So first, like how we initially met, like, did I inbox you first or did you inbox me first?
I think you inboxed me first, and we were supposed to get together, which we end up getting together.
Yes,
but I already had in my head because he already said, well, hey, she's a poet. Okay, no problem. I already had in my head, let me do this and see. Let me go out the box and see if she's gonna like this or not, or
yeah. And that's when I went and stopped your Facebook page and your Reverb page and looked up your bio, and I was like, I don't know if I'm ready, so I'm just not gonna inbox you no more because I don't know if I'm ready because he do too much. He do a lot.
But I put it like this: when I was a little nervous because this is something new.
Okay.
So it's not singing, it's not rapping. This is poetry. So it was something different. So that's why it's like our first track we did, and when you first came,
when I first came and heard that music,
it wasn't no picking through no music. That was the first track, and I just got done with that track.
As soon as I walked in, I said, I want that.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So after that,
it was on.
It was rap.
It was on. So, like, do you remember when I told you, I said, I want to write a piece about a man's tears? Because that's, like, the only thing in, like, the whole wide world, and I ain't ashamed to admit it, that weakens me. I got 4 sons and all that, and lost my kid's father. And I said, can you help me do a piece? Can you find music that will reflect a man's tears where I can write to that or whatnot? How did you come up with that beat? What was you crying about to give me that beat to get Trouble Man out there?
Well, we talked about that track. We had already talked about that track, and then you just kept saying, saying that, and you got to think, and I didn't know I was gonna sing on that. So you got to think about the, the story though that you put with that. And I'm sitting up here like, okay.
But the story came from once I heard the music and heard you singing the Trouble Man, what you gonna do? And I instantly thought of a person that I personally know as a Trouble Man.
It went beautiful.
Tell me what you gonna do.
And I just want to know how you came up with that.
When I asked you to give me a track that reflects a man's tears, you did. I wrote the piece. As soon as I heard the music, I interviewed the Trouble Man that I know. I sat on my porch with him, I talked to him, and I listened to his story, and I wrote his story to your music. That's how that all came together, and hearing you do the Trouble Man, all that, and this man was on my porch just going through and telling me his story, and I just was writing, and I wrote it to that track.
Trouble Man.
Especially allowing the person who I wrote it for to hear it and catch his expression and his emotions, to see him when he was listening to it, he kept going and then he said, damn.
I just gotta tell you, it's a track on here. It's another track that's really gonna catch people's eyes and their ears on this one. Eyes stitched wide open. Now, okay, and I'm sorry, but that's my favorite. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna sit here. I can't sit here and lie about it. Now that is a beautiful song. So you got, now for that to catch me, you gotta really tell me about that one. I need to know where that came from.
That piece, I wrote that piece like a year ago, and I wasn't ever going to release that piece, perform it or anything, because I was almost embarrassed. But it's an honest account of me not properly parenting my kid. And I didn't do what I was supposed to do with my son. And in hindsight, he also taught me while I thought I was teaching him. I was forcing a lesson on him and he was forcing a lesson on me. So I was trying to keep him shielded from certain things, but he was looking the whole time. And I didn't even know while I was looking, my eyes were actually closed. So that's why it's the eye stitch wide open. And so I just had to breathe life back into him because he gave me so much life.
I gotta tell you, when I told you, when you did that acapella, and I'm so happy you did that acapella, because I was able to sit back and listen to exactly what you were saying. And I was listening, and it wasn't I can't put no jazz behind that. I can't put I couldn't put no, and and it just put me in a mood to that music that I was sitting there just listening like, wow, I don't think nobody really just heard what I just heard. And that's why I did that. It's the music to it just like that. You know what? I'm gonna tell you, one of the hardest tracks, difficult tracks I had working on. And Kill Life. Kill Life. How we put that together, don't know. That was like, really, you gotta listen. Once again, you gotta really listen, because the music for that was just, I had to go outside the box on that one. And I went back. My mind, when I heard you, my mind went back to like 70s when I listened to that.
Because when I heard the music for it, I was like, it's dope. Like, what instruments did you use? What everything? Like, why did you think to dig so deep?
I tried to go full orchestra on that one. Okay, and I did. I tried to go. I really tried to go back like it was a real live band. You know what I'm saying? I wanted violins, I wanted pianos, I wanted horns, I wanted it all. I don't want the computer bebop and all that stuff. I don't want them sound. I wanted the realism of the band. And then when you listen to the piano part on it, you'd be like, oh.
Especially the introduction, those first few chords, it was just like, yeah.
So and I just really wanted that particular track. Because when you listen to your story to it, and the melody that goes with your story is just perfect. That Kill Life is just.
I just was glad you chose that track, because at the time, I was literally catching hell. I was literally catching hell, and I sat there and I even altered the way I envisioned delivering the piece. Because I had delivered it before one way, but when I heard the music, it gave me time to actually relax and calm down. It healed me. The music, the words, it kind of was like literally the intro for me. It was like the end of the old me and the beginning of no more catching hell. I wasn't looking back.
Right.
I wasn't looking back.
I tell you, it's really amazing to how words and music can just. It's just like a flower growing, and I feel like this. We went outside the box.
All the way.
We went outside the box from the whole
We climbed
album.
on top of the boxes, moved boxes out the way.
and because like I said, it was fun. It was really fun doing it, and I'm like, it seemed like every track you get, everything that you come to me with, I gotta go, well, this gotta go with that. You know what I'm saying? Because she comes to me with hot stuff.
We can't talk about that one track, but that one time when you had me about to cry, like, this is hard. This is so hard. This is too hard.
Oh yeah, We got a lot of surprises. We have a lot of surprises on this CD.
Yes.
I think we took poetry and music to another level.
Absolutely.
To where it's it's a CD that'll make you listen, love, cry, learn,
laugh.
Right, you know, so you got a variety of everything.
Dance.
Yes, you got dance,
Yes.
You got everything.
Everything.
So you did a we.
You tripped out.
We did a good job, and I think we're gonna take it to the next level. And we was blessed. We was blessed.
Indeed. I don't have